Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm finally doing another makeup video for you guys. I know it's been a long time and I've gotten like a lot of requests to do one, but they just take a long time to film, at least for me. I'm not used to like filming makeup videos, so I finally have the time tonight to film one for you guys. And I'm gonna do like a nighttime get ready with me because I'm actually going out after this, so I'm just gonna like get ready, and I think I'll show you guys, if I have time, I'll show you guys my outfit because it's part of like a get ready with me thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna do like a little bit more makeup than I did for my last get ready with me video just because I am going out. So I think I'm gonna put out like a little bit more eyeshadow on, I'm gonna contour more, and yeah, anyways, let's just get started. I'm just going to put my hair kind of up like off my face because I hate putting on foundation when I have my hair in my face. So yeah, I'm already all moisturized. I use the Dermalogica Intensive Moisture Balance, and I'll just link everything in the description, but yeah, I'm already all moisturized. So then next I'm going to go in with my favorite primer, the Nivea Men's Shave Balm, and I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand and then just rub it all over my face. And I think I said this in my last video, but you'll know when the primer or shave balm is ready to put foundation over when it feels tacky. So you want to rub it in until it feels kind of sticky. So now that my skin's all primed, I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I use the FitMe Maybelline Smooth and Dewy. I use it in the shade 125, and oops, bit too much. And I've literally been using this foundation for like 3 years, and it's just my favorite no matter what other kinds I try, so it's just like the one that I always use. So the way that I apply it is I just take a flat brush like this and just brush it on. And then once you have it all like painted over your face, I just go in with a damp beauty blender and I just make sure that everything's all super blended. And now that my foundation is all blended, I'm going to conceal my under eyes and like this area and like my chin too. And I use well, I go back and forth between concealers, but today I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in light. And I just dab it. And then another thing I do too when I'm putting on concealer is for my under eyes, to make sure that the beauty blender doesn't take up too much of the product, I spread it out over my eyes before I blend with a beauty blender. So I just kind of like lightly spread it out to where I want it to go. That way when the beauty blender goes over it, it doesn't just like take up a whole bunch of product. And then also because I'm going out tonight and I want my makeup to be like extra kind of, I'm going to conceal down the bridge of my nose just to kind of like create a like contour-ish effect. I don't really ever like contour my nose, but it kind of creates that same effect. And then after you have everything kind of blended with your fingers, then I just go in with a beauty blender. So then the next thing that I do after I conceal my under eyes is I immediately set them with setting powder. And I really like the Coty Airspun powder. I use the color, I think they only have one color, but I use translucent. And I just take a little bit on another beauty blender, one like this. And I make sure I don't have any crease lines before I set it, because my eyes crease really easily. And then I just take some on my beauty blender and just kind of set it. And I also set around my nose and my smile lines because they crease really easily too. And then another easy way to kind of like contour your nose even more than just like putting the concealer on the top is just taking the setting powder and drawing kind of like a line. Okay, I don't know if you guys can really see that well, but I kind of like drew a line of powder on each side and then also down the middle. So there's like two lines that aren't powdered and it kind of creates like a contour effect. I don't really like contour my nose because I haven't mastered it yet and I just end up looking crazy. So this is the way I just do it because it's super simple and I feel like it kind of makes a difference because it's like you're kind of contouring it but you're just using setting powder, so it's a lot easier. So then the next thing I'm going to do after I like set all my concealer is I'm going to set the rest of my face where I put my foundation, and I'm going to use this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. It's really sparkly and pretty, and I'm going to just use a basic fluffy brush, just something like this. This is the Morphe M105, and I'm just going to like lightly set all the areas that I didn't use translucent powder on. And I'm also going to dust away all the areas besides my under eyes that have setting powder on them right now, just so I can set everything equally with the same powder. And then after I set my face, I'm going to start contouring / bronzing. So to contour, I only use powder contour just because I have not mastered cream contour yet. And I use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I just go in with this color right here. And then I take a kind of like flat-ish brush. This is the Sephora Blush Precision number 73. And I just dip it in that color, tap off the excess, and then I just like lightly draw a line like this. Nothing too crazy, just like kind of deepen your cheekbone a little bit. And then I also do the same thing at the top of my forehead too. And then I wipe off any excess powder that I had on there just so I can use it to blend, and I don't want to deepen the color anymore, so I don't want there to be like extra powder on there when I'm blending. So then I just go through with the same brush that I was using and just try to blend it out as much as possible. I'm going to add bronzer over it too, so that will help blend it out a little bit, but just blend it as much as you can. So after I've blended out my contour and everything as much as I can, then I go in with actual bronzer, and I use the Stila Stay All Day contouring bronzer in medium. Just looks like this on the inside. And I just take a big fluffy brush. I use the Morphe E3, and I get product, tap it off, and I like kind of do the same thing I did with my contour, but just like lighter strokes, like really soft. And I kind of blend it up into my hairline a little bit too, just to make sure that like everything looks blended and it's not just like awkwardly like right here. And I also bronze my neck a little bit and my ears so that they match. I know the camera's making me look like a lot more pale than I really am because of the light, but I promise you my face makeup actually matches the rest of my body. It looks kind of crazy on camera, but in real life I promise it does match. After you have like blended your bronzer and everything as much as possible. Then I go in with a beauty blender again, and I'm going to cut my contour so that it's like sharp and not muddy and like all over the place. So I actually I cut it twice when I'm going out at least. First time I'm just going to use the same setting powder that I used for under my eyes, and I take the same beauty blender I was using to like set my under eye powder or my under eye concealer, and I just cut it where I want my contour to start. And then actually after I cut my contour, I will start doing my eyebrows, and I do my eyebrows exactly the same as I did in my last Get Ready With Me. So if you want to see how I do them, you can click on that video. I'll link it in the description, but it takes a long time to like do on camera and double check. So I'm just gonna do it off camera really fast, and then when I come back, I'm gonna start doing the rest of my face. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to finish the rest of my face. So I'm going to like take off the translucent powder I have on right now and do my blush and my highlight. So to take off my translucent powder, I'm going to use the same brush that I actually set the rest of my face with. So I'm going to use it's the Morphe M105. I'm just going to brush everything off that was setting. And then because I'm going out, I'm actually going to kind of set my under eyes again and cut my contour again, just so that it's like extra set and my under eyes are extra bright. So I'm going to go back in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, this one right here, and I'm going to take this middle shade right here, and I'm going to use the same beauty blender that I was setting my under eyes and stuff with, and I'm just going to dab it in the color and then just put it under my under eyes again. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it like immediately makes them a lot brighter. And I wouldn't do this on a normal like day-to-day basis, but since I'm going out and I want to be extra, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my contour. And a little bit on my forehead too. So then I don't really leave this on my face that long. I pretty much just take it off right away just because I don't really think it's doing anything like sitting there. So I just like kind of brush it off, but it'll still stay lighter than it was before. I just don't want it to be like crazy looking. So next I'm going to put on some blush, and I'm going to use kind of like a shimmery color today just because I want it to be like extra shiny and pretty. And I'm going to use this Milani Baked blush in the color Luminoso, and I'm going to use the same blush brush I always use, this Sonia Kashuk brush. It's super old, I think I got it at Target. And I'm just going to put some on and just like lightly dab it on my cheeks. So then after I put my blush on, I go in with highlighter, and today I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in Precious Petals. And I'm going to take my Morphe M501 brush and just place it on my cheekbones. And then I also put some on the tip of my nose and down the bridge of my nose. And also on my forehead too. So my face is all done now, so I'm going to set it really fast, and I'm going to use the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. And since I want my highlight to be like really shiny tonight, I'm going to, as soon as I spray my face with the rose water spray, I'm gonna go back in with some more highlight while it's wet so that it pops even more. So now that my face is all done, I'm going to prime my eyes for eyeshadow, and I'm going to use this Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And I just take a little bit on my finger. Like it's like you can hardly see it. I really don't use that much. And I just rub it across my eye. So for my eyes, I'm going to be using two different palettes today. So I'm going to use this Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions and the BH Cosmetics Solar Flare palette. So I'm going to start off with the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to first set, or like kind of create a base for my eyes with this light white color right here. It's called, oh, they don't have names on it, but it's just this white one right here. And I'm just literally going to use my finger and put it all over my lid. So next I'm going to do my crease color, and I'm going to take this top right color, just kind of like a lighter purple, and I'm just going to take a little bit and tap it off and just put it in my crease. I think it looks kind of crazy on camera, but I promise you it does not look that crazy in person. The light's just making it look like really pink when it's actually kind of like a purple color. So yeah, anyways, so next I'm going to take this dark purple color from the palette, and I'm actually just going to take my finger and put it on my lid. And I find that using my finger to put on powders like this or shadows helps from fallout. Like if I use I know I could technically do my eyes first and then prevent fallout that way, but I like doing my eyes last, and using my finger makes it so I really don't get that much fallout on my under eye. So after you've blended both of the colors together as much as you can, now I'm going to go in with the Solar palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer to my eyes. And so I'm going to use the color Gamma Ray, this purple one right here, and I'm going to use my finger again, and I'm just going to place it over where I put the darker purple before. I don't know if it's picking up, but it's really shiny and pretty. So then I'm going to use the Solar palette again, and I'm going to take Beam, this color in the top corner, and I'm going to put it just on my brow bone just to make it pop a little bit. Okay, and then for my under eyes, I'm going to take the same color. I'm going to actually go back to the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to take the same color I first put on my lid. So this purple one right here, and I'm going to mix it with that one, and I'm going to just put it lightly under my eyes just so it's not so like top heavy and then the bottom's like bare. I'm going to use this type of a brush. I don't think it has a name on it. It just says Studio Gear. I don't know, but it's just like a flat fluffy brush, and I'm going to mix them together. And very lightly, because I hate when my under eyes are too dark. It makes me look like droopy. So just very lightly put it under. So now I have the color under both of my eyes, and I'm going to add a little bit of color to my inner corner. So I'm going to go back to the Solar Flare palette. Sorry, I'm kind of like all over the place right now, but I'm going to use this palette, and I'm going to take Beam again, this one, the same color that I put on my brow bone, and I'm just going to put it on the inner corner of my eye just because I like to brighten it up a little bit. even though the rest of my eye's dark. I don't know. I just like having something kind of brighter. I literally use my finger to do like all my makeup. Okay, so now my eyeshadow is all done for the most part, and I'm going to tight line the inside of the top of my eye, if that makes sense, with black eyeliner, just so when I put eyeliner on the top you can't see like any whites in my eyes underneath. So be careful when you do this, because I've stabbed myself a couple times and it's not fun. But I basically just like line. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but this one's been lined and this one hasn't. So I feel like this one just like pops a little bit more. I don't know. I'm sorry, I probably look so crazy when I'm doing this. Okay, so after I have lined the inside of the top of my eye, I'm going to add some eyeliner to the top lash part. I hope this is making sense, but I'm gonna add like a wing line to the top part of my eye. And I'm using the Sephora black eyeliner. It looks like this on the inside. And I'm just gonna do, I don't ever do like super dramatic wings, so I'm probably just gonna like line the top of my eye and then just wing it out slightly. But I'm gonna have to like lean into the mirror a little bit more for this one, so I'll just show you guys what it looks like when it's done, because I can't like do it on camera. Okay, so now I have my eyeliner all done. I just did like a basic line on each side, and then I also went ahead and put on my lashes as well. I get a lot of questions about this. I have on my other Get Ready With Me, I did like a whole explanation of how I put on my lashes, but I just use the Kiss 11 lashes. I literally get these from Walgreens, and I think it's like $8-9 for like a whole bunch of them. So this is like the only lashes I use. So I put those on, and then I already put mascara on one side, and I'm just going to put mascara on the other side on camera. I use the Maybelline New York Rocket Volume Express waterproof mascara, and the reason why I use waterproof is because, first of all, if I curl my lashes and I use regular mascara, my eyelashes will just droop. And then second of all, if I use waterproof, especially this kind, I don't get that transfer. I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but like that transfer of like little dots from your lower lash line getting onto your skin. This doesn't happen if I use this waterproof kind, so that's why I use waterproof, even though it is a pain to take off. So I just literally lightly brush it on my lashes after I put my fake lashes on, just so they kind of like blend together more. And then another thing I do to make them blend together more too is I'll take a pair of tweezers, and while the mascara is still wet, I'll pinch it so that they're literally sticking together. Okay, and then finally, the last step for my eyes is I always take white eyeliner and I always like line my lower lash line with it, like Kim K circa 2009. And I use this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk, and I literally just line my lash line with it, and I feel like it makes my eyes look a lot bigger. I don't know. And then if it kind of transfers to my eyelashes, I'll just go over it again with some more mascara so that the white eyeliner is not showing. So that's it for my eyes. And now I'm going to move on to lips. And I'm going to do kind of a nude-ish color. Kind of. First, I'm going to line them. So I'm going to use Trophy Wife by Huda Beauty. And I'm not going to go into super detail about how I do my lips, once again, just because I have a my favorite lip combos video and my last Get Ready With Me. I like go into detail about it, so I'm just going to line them really fast. Just because I'm kind of running out of time, I'm like kind of running late, so. So now that my lips are really roughly lined, I'm going to kind of fix them up a little bit with my favorite liquid lipstick, Kat Von D. I'm using the color Lolita, and I'm just going to like fill in the rest of my lips. So now I have Lolita all over my lips, and so I'm going to top it off a little bit with this Bobbi Brown lipstick. It's just like, their packaging looks like this. I can't really show it to you because it's like shiny, but it's in the color Neutral Rose. I'm gonna top it off. And then last but not least, we are going to take Dior's Lip Maximizer and just top so it's glossy. So this is the finished makeup look. Kind of extra, but I was going out, so I wanted to do something kind of extra just for fun. So I'm just gonna get ready really fast, like do literally probably really nothing to my hair, get dressed, and I'll try to show you guys my outfit before I leave. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it useful, and if you have any questions about anything I did, like if I rushed through anything too fast, just ask me below, and I'll try to answer them. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. So real quick, I'm just going to show you guys what I ended up wearing. I didn't do anything to my hair, like I said, it's just natural and down. And then I'm wearing these silver hoops. I got these off Etsy, so I'll link the shop in the description if you guys want these. They're really cheap, and I really like them. So, and then I'm wearing this shirt that I thrifted. It says "Corruption is King" on it, and it's like cut up here and on the sleeves, which I like. And then I'm wearing this leather skirt. I also thrifted this. This was literally like $12. I got it at this vintage shop near my house. And then for my shoes, I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm wearing my favorite shoes ever. These Louboutins. I forget the name of them. But yeah, so sorry for my room, but this is my outfit.